Sacred Sovereign Soul. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Lady Jasmine. Let's drop in with 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. First one, inhale and exhale. Second one, inhale and exhale. Third one, inhale and exhale. Welcome to Talk Thursday, week 3 here in the Soul Sanctuary. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So lovely to have you here, to be present here with you. So, Talk Thursday is our time together to reflect on the week's teachings, to share personal breakthroughs, to hold space for accountability, check in on personal and professional goals, and look at what action steps you're working on right now. So, who's here? Say hi. Share a breakthrough that you have had this week. I would love to know. This today is a bit of a challenging day for me, not gonna lie. This week has been a big week of deeper acceptance of my of being an ultra abled being, of the disability that is very real in my life. And if you've been following me for a while and you're connected with me on Facebook and Instagram, then you know about all the happenings in my life over the last few months and all the changes that I've been navigating and that I'm still untangling and processing and recalibrating for. And I was hosting shamanic drumming and chanting twice a month in person for a while, for a couple of years, and then that went online. And now today we had our shamanic drumming and chanting journey earlier today. It was live here on YouTube. It was deeply powerful. It was the eclipse of rebirth, and I had a bit of an aha moment in that journey. And it is that I cannot keep up with the regularly scheduled shamanic drumming and chanting. I just literally cannot expect my body to be strong enough to hold that container even for an hour. It's gotten to the point for me where my body really dictates the kind of day that I'm going to have. And I might have all the well-meaning intentions, and yet today's journey, when I was holding the drum and playing the bowls, and I didn't even have my prayer beads to count the chant because I just couldn't. And it was a testament to my strength and resilience that I was able to get through the journey today. It was a little shorter than I normally would go. And it was my last one of hosting shamanic drumming and chanting circles online. That's not to say that I won't host more circles and journeys. I just have to do it when my body feels like it can. It can. So this week has been a big week of just accepting where I'm at with this disability, I spent several hours yesterday calling around for lawyers to help me with my appeals for Social Security disability benefits. One of the places I called said that they can't take my case, which I just find absolutely nonsense, because this is something that has been going on for several years and it's not improving, at least not physically. Rather, I am just adapting and learning new ways to be in the human experience. Um, and so I'm just holding myself gently today as I surrender fears, surrender sadness, surrender frustration, and align deeper with how does it get better? What could possibly go right? When I stepped into 2024, and really, I mean, 2024, yeah, I guess 2024, and really when I opened the Soul Salon last year, I have been anchoring in what could go right instead of what could go wrong. What could go right? What could go right? How does it get better than this? What else is possible? Show me, universe, how good it gets. And this year has really challenged me on that repatterning that I have been anchoring in for myself, for the collective. How does it get better than this? What else can go right? The Soul Salon collapsed. What else can go right? I lost my home. What else can go right? I lost more than half my circle of women in less than a week. What else can go right? I cannot physically hold a medicine drum for more than 10 minutes without being in excruciating pain. What else can go right? I'm eating food that I don't necessarily want to eat because it is the easiest thing that I can prepare for myself. What else can go right? When we are breaking through patterns and cycles that do not serve and focus our intention, attention, and direction into what else can go right, everything that is not in alignment is going to fall away. No matter how much you love something, we are in a timeline where we are reclaiming boundaries, where we are reclaiming the divine blueprint within ourselves. And I find myself especially challenged because I am alter abled and I need a lot of help. And yet there's that fine line of what I will not compromise in the name of help, if you understand what I'm saying. And so I have so much appreciation for those of you who show up consistently and do the work for yourself. Even if no one else shows up for you, I'm here showing up. Even though all I want to do right now and most days is just sleep and not care that's not really an option for me. I haven't put this much energy and effort into my soul expansion, into the restoration of my mind, heart, body, to be taken out by my physical inability to properly feed myself, to practice devotion in the ways that I have known for so long. What else can go right? So I'm really breaking through the attachments to behaving, speaking, acting in palatable ways so that I can get my needs met. And it's been a gradual unlearning of centuries of programming and conditioning. And this week's teaching, I talked about the Pisces new moon, the eclipse season. Today, the sun shifted into Virgo. In Wisdom Wednesday's teaching, I shared the BDSM key, which is a quick 3-minute embodiment practice that helps you clear, center, ground, seal it all in. And so I invite you to check out the replays for Tuesday and Wednesday this week to get those teachings if you haven't already done so. Personal and professional goals. Where am I at on that journey? So something I mentioned last week was spending more time reading, and I haven't read as much as I would like, yet I have been reading a little bit more. I didn't quite get the comfy chair I wanted, and I did rearrange my room a little bit to make it a little more spacious and to have a perfect little setup for reading, because I realized that the chair that I would wanted to get, I would have to set up and put away every single day. And it's not something I can do. I cannot be constantly putting things away in their homes within reason. I'm an extremely tidy and organized person. And within that tidy and organized space, I have spaces where I can rest, spaces where I can read, spaces where I can pray, spaces where I can play, and they're all separate spaces, and they just need to be left the way that I need them to be for me to just rest. And it's become very real. And so no fun chair for me yet to read in, but I do have a little cozy pillow and blankie that I can curl up in to read. I am calling in something that can hold the books for me while I read comfortably, because holding the books with my hands has also become very difficult. So I'll keep being gentle with myself and finding moments to play. My most favorite way is really either reading or movement flow. And movement is becoming my favorite and really only place where I can pray and play and feel everything, because I don't have to do anything with my hands. But I do have to use my feet when I'm dancing, and I have a lot of pain that I experience in my feet as well. So it's a fine dance. It's a fine dance of finding play and pleasure when the pain body is so loud. And professional goals website launch is still planned to happen in 2 days' time. And I didn't really get a whole lot of work done on it this past week because I literally was not functional for 2 days. And then there's catching up of house cleanup, and I had to finish cleaning my room and setting up a shelf. I used a power drill for the first time in almost 5 years this week to put up a shelf in my room, because I just didn't have anyone to help me with it. And then I spent a whole day and a half recovering from using my hands and the vibration of the tool, and just the effort that required my body. So I haven't put effort into the website, and so we shall see what gets done tomorrow. And today, after I rest, after this live, I'm going to go and just rest for a little bit because I just feel absolutely depleted. And not eating what my body needs to restore to its health is not helping, and yet this is where I'm at in the current now, and yet I'm still showing up and being accountable for myself and holding this container for all of us, because it can be easier to shut down, to push people away when things are hard, when we're hurting. And that's your sovereign free will choice, right? And yet the invitation within this space is for you to show up all that you are. And you're going to have good days, and you're going to have bad days, and you're going to have okay days, and you're going to have mad days, and all of you is valid and welcome. So I show up in my fullness and authenticity and share with you where I'm at, and hope to inspire you to do the same for you. My action steps for my goals is to just be gentle and get up, do my rising rituals, get dressed, see what the day with my body allows me to get done in a day, have my evening prayers, have my pre-bedtime rituals, and keep going, keep growing. So this is all I have to share today in Talk Thursday's breakthrough session. I don't see anyone here, and so I'm just going to keep this short and sweet. I would love to hear from you. What has been a breakthrough for you this week? What is a personal and a professional goal, and your action steps to nurture your dreams come alive? I hope to see you tomorrow in Freedom Friday's Integration Circle at 11 a.m. PST. We're going to celebrate that we've shown up, share highlights of the week, share awakened plans, share some breath, share some songs. This Friday is a space where you can just talk to me, ask me about my practices, my devotion, my life, and I may or may not answer, and yet your questions are always welcome. I usually answer most of the questions that are presented to me. It's infrequent that I don't, because I love and encourage curiosity. So thank you for being here. Thank you for all that you are. Until we meet again, take care of your beautiful, radiant self, and be gentle with your continued unfolding and expansion. And be gentle with the people around you as well. We don't always know the personal battles that people are fighting, and we are all remembering how to love ourselves. And so let us communicate gently how we need to be loved, and let us listen deeply when We ask others how they want to be loved. You are love. You are here to love and to be loved. Bye for now.